We're starting with Good Boy, right?
Letterbox.
Hello, everybody. How's it going?
Hey,
Welcome
everyone.
back.
What's
Welcome
good? What's
back.
good?
Yep. We got Mr. CG with us. Hey, CG. How's it going? Thank you for joining. So, a lot of cool things that are going on that we're going to talk about in a second. I'm pulling up a last-minute article that we're going to cover in just a second here.
Spirit Halloween's opening up stores finally.
Yeah, so we can start with there. So Spirit Halloween has opened up by us. Hopefully it's open by you guys as well. A lot of cool things that they have this year, especially if you're a Terrifier fan. So I was very happy with that. In fact, a sneak peek at a video coming very soon is you see my 6-foot tall Santa art right behind me. So
You might have to rotate him so he's facing the camera.
I'm gonna have to do that. So he is looking in the camera. So we got Mr. King Matthew with us. What's up, guys? How are you doing tonight? What happened?
Now I was gonna say, yeah, he's sick, so I'm just sending him prayers, man, and hope you recover, dude.
Yep, we hope you recover too, King Matthew. We'll talk to you soon. Always reach out to us on the side too. If you ever need some cheering up, we can always talk horror movies on the side with us. So, all right, let's take a look here. So we have a cool topic that we're going to talk about first. So I'm pulling that up right now before we dive into everything. But we're going to talk about that new horror movie that's coming out. Marcus, you can go ahead and kind of take it away. It is Good Boy, which is coming out.
Yeah,
Man's
man.
Best Friend.
When I first saw the picture before I even read the article, I immediately thought like, oh shoot, they about to do a remake of Man's Best Friend, or you know, the rumor was they're doing a remake of Cujo already. So I was like, okay, let me see what this is. And then I saw what it was, and this is such an awesome concept where basically the movie is from the dog's perspective of seeing his family being tormented by, you know, malevolent spirits. So basically the dog is the final girl. You know,
That
which
is
gonna be
interesting.
Yeah,
and he's the goodest of boys.
Yeah, I wonder if there's a trail.
Oh, we lost you.
You're frozen and your robot-y.
All right. I crashed everything trying to get on YouTube. Yeah. Crashed everything trying to get on YouTube. Crazy. Let's see here. Good Boy trailer 2025. See if we can get a brief look at this here.
There is a trailer.
Yep. Okay. There it is right there.
Oh, it's a Shudder exclusive, it looked like. Hey, Shudder been putting out bangers lately, man.
Their last two that hit the theaters, not so much. But look at that cute face. Such a cute puppy.
They're pandering to the audience. They like if this movie's bad, we're not even gonna care because it's about a dog.
I've
right?
heard. Well, it was released at film festivals, and a couple of the channels that I watch happened to see it really quick. Oh, look at that shit!
Wow,
that's pretty cool.
We're getting practical effects. I like that.
Yeah, I like that too. So Good Boy's coming out. You know what? It's turning out to be a freaking amazing year for horror with a lot of the movies that are coming out. I don't know, Marcus. We haven't got really caught up to talk about it. Real quick. Hey, Shannon. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Shannon.
But so Weapons came out.
I haven't seen it yet, but I know how crazy it is, and I haven't seen it together. And I saw The Home though.
Oh, all right. So if you guys we'll talk a little bit about some horror movies that recently came out. I will keep anything spoiler free for everybody, which we always do anyway. But we have Together that came out. We have Strange Harvest. We have Weapons. We have The Home that came out. Bambi didn't get released in the theaters around here, so I missed out on that. But The Home, that's
That
a
was a
that
wild movie, man. That
The
was a
Home with Pete
wild
Davidson.
movie, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
like to me, he's getting better and better as an actor.
hmm
Like
So,
he used to annoy the hell out of me on Saturday Night
hmm
Live, but then
yep.
now, like ever since his TV series on Paramount or
hmm
Peacock, whichever one is on, yeah, Peacock.
Yeah.
Uh, bodies, and now The Home, man. Like I'm liking him a lot as an actor, dude. Like he's really stepping it up.
I'm glad you bring out bodies, because I was the same way. Pete Davidson always kind of annoyed me. I thought he kind of had like this ego, kind of like a false sense of who he was. And then, like in
Hmm.
Bodies, he had that monologue that was so damn good, and it felt so real coming from
Yeah,
him. It just kind of flipped
yeah,
everything around on it. It's like watching Kill Bill 2 and you see the Superman monologue. And it's like, oh my God,
yeah,
the movie just
yeah,
elevated with that monologue.
yep.
But so Bodies is the first movie that I liked with him in it. And then I was like, yeah, anything that comes on with him, I'll watch it now. But as soon as I seen him being in The Home, and Lucas would say this too if he was with us tonight, is I had to see it, and boy, did he kill it! He killed it
Yeah,
like in that
yeah,
movie.
he did. He
Fantastic
did.
movie, great
Yeah.
suspense, great tension, and a freaking killer ending. Like this
Hmm.
movie was good from start, middle to ending. It was fantastic all the way through. Um,
What's going
what's up?
on, William?
Yeah, how's it going?
Yeah, man.
Thanks
I
for
like. I'm
joining.
just surprised at how good he is, and then the fact that
Mhm,
you could tell that he's open about his personal life and stuff. So he's making
mhm.
changes to better himself and stuff. But it's
Yeah.
showing. It's showing in his
Oh
work.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I'm happy for him, man.
Yeah. So I will say this. So Marcus, we're gonna have to. I already talked to Noah about this, but for our own film projects that we're mapping out, we have to talk about possibly getting him in a role. But
Yeah,
let's move
yeah.
on from that. So other movies that came out real quick. Together. I'm thinking of bodies. But together, if you like body horror films, it's a good one-time watch. I don't know if it's something that I would buy in the future. It's not like as good as the substance was, because the substance was just next level, but together was really
Hmm.
good. Acting was fantastic. There's some cringe-worthy scenes in there for guys and women that happen in there. I'm not going to go into details on what exactly happens, but it's very good. But if you're going to see any movie that comes out or has recently come out, Strange Harvest was out for a couple days. It was a true crime horror film merged with the slasher film. So if you like the ID channel and stories that are told like that, then Strange Harvest is one to watch. For me, I don't. I'm not into the ID channel and those interview style programs. So no, I
Hmm.
kind of ditched that one. It was good, but it's just not something that I would go back to. But Weapons was very good. It's filmed in a similar style as Barbarian is, and what I say by filmed in a better style, I wanted to remind people just in case they don't like this type of horror movie. It's almost anthology like, because again we're following characters like they did in Barbarian, but we're following from their
Hmm.
perspectives, and that's what happens in Weapons. Now there are some plot holes because of the way they've done it, but the acting from Josh Brolin and Julia Gardner is fantastic. I wish that we would have focused mainly on their two stories throughout the entire film rather than the multiple stories that we had. But the ending is it's a little comical. It may take you completely out of the entire film.
Hmm.
So there's one slight change that they could have made that would have made the ending absolutely terrifying. So Weapons is definitely the movie to see so far.
Dude, just seeing Wong, because I did see the scene, the gas station scene, and I
hmm
was like, man, you got Thanos, Silver Surfer, and Wong. And
hmm
Wongers is just coming at it like full steam. I was like, man, this kind of reminded me of the Sadness that's on
Yep.
Shutter,
Oh
like
yeah,
how
it
they were
does.
looking. So I was like, yo, that was a cool look, And they kind of look like you remember Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger when they were out in Mars and they were
Yep.
suffocating because of the
hmm
oxygen. That's what it kind of looked like to me. That's what it
Yep.
reminded me of.
It's a
Yeah,
terrifying scene. Definitely a terrifying scene. So William Watson. So how do you guys feel about Bring Her Back?
loved it, loved it, loved it. It was a slow burner, but I loved every minute of that movie, man. Like that movie was crazy.
I'm gonna pull up my list out there on Letterbox. So if you guys have Letterbox, you can come out there and find me under Nerdbox Dave. I'm gonna pull up all of the films for the entire year real quick, and I'll show you where I have that ranked at right now. I have Bring Her Back at number 1. I don't think anybody's touching it this year. Home came very close, but Bring Her Back is number 1 for me.
I'm torn between Bring Her Back and Sinners, man, because I just love Sinners so much because of the layers of the movie. So I'm
Yep.
torn between the two. And again, like we'll get into it when we get into our list. It just
Mhm.
depends on how I feel that day, like
Mhm.
what I'm feeling. But yeah,
Yep.
so far 2025, those are my top 2 films.
Yeah, Bring Her Back is probably the first horror film in a decade or maybe even more where I jumped, but I also jumped twice in the movie. Twice. Like I don't jump during horror movies, but in this one it got me twice. And the storytelling is fantastic. It's disturbing. It leaves you feeling like just it leaves you in a
Yeah,
bad
you
place.
just feel like, yeah, you just
Yes.
feel weird like walking out the
Hmm.
movie theater with that one, man.
Yeah,
But that's a good thing, like,
that is a
because
good
that's
thing.
how I felt with Talk to Me. That's how I felt
Hmm.
with Talk to Me. Like, I
Yep.
haven't had, like, I commend these two brothers because they know how to give you a visceral experience that leaves you like, what the fuck did I just watch?
Hmm.
Like, you
Hmm.
know.
Yep.
But
Yep.
that's an awesome thing. So they're 2 for 2 for me within
Oh
my
yeah.
ranking. Mhm.
I started out. I know of the twins you're referring to, Raka Raka. I started out watching them. I could say it's been about 10 years now because they're on
Mhm.
YouTube and they've done
Mhm.
so they do short skits. They're really good, amazing with practical effects. They always have been.
Mhm.
They did a lot of Ronald McDonald skits where they just made him a complete psychopath and it was hilarious. And then it actually inevitably ended up into like they did 3 different hardcore matches, like wrestling matches, and those matches were good. So to see them make Talk to Me, I haven't seen Bring Her Back yet, but that movie looks awesome. It's really cool to see like where they've started because they were making movies as
Mhm.
like kids and they even talked about it on their channel to like where they're at now, making some of like the coolest horror movies that we've seen of this century, unless it's
Mhm.
according to the Hollywood Reporter. Then we'll see.
Yep.
Mhm.
It's the YouTubers are finally stepping into the forefront when it comes to creativity.
Yep.
Hopefully, we'll follow in some footsteps because Chris Stuckman. We'll talk about it probably on next week's show. But Chris Stuckman has Shelby Oaks coming out, and
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Yeah, I'm looking
my
forward to that one.
I saw the trailer the other day, and damn, that movie looks good. So we'll have
Mhm.
to talk about that next week. We'll have to dive into that. But
But even
before
the
we get,
lead actress in Bring Her Back, man, like I didn't recognize her at first because I forgot
Mhm.
her name. She's a British actress, but she's the
Yep,
same one from The Shape of Water, Guillermo del Toro.
yep,
And
hmm
then she also starred in Godzilla vs. Kong. No, was it Godzilla 2? King of the Monsters?
She was in the first
I
two.
think
I think I know who you're talking about. She was in the first two. She got
yeah, yeah,
stomped
she
out
was
by
like a
King Ghidorah in the
scientist.
second one. Yeah, she got
Whichever
stomped by
one where
King
Kim
Ghidorah.
Watanabe was like, let them fight. She was in that one.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I will say, if you missed last week's rankings, you probably want to go back and take a look at last week's ranking. I only spent an hour on the bathroom floor this time because
We broke Dave.
I was surrounded by Nightmare on Elm Street haters because they
I think you were
still
surrounded
haven't
by
gotten
facts.
over.
You just didn't want to accept it.
Yeah, they still haven't gotten over that Freddy beat Jason and Freddy
They,
versus Jason.
what is it?
Yeah.
You had 4 people disagreeing with you, and you're talking about they.
Hey,
It's
you guys
just
could be
you.
wrong.
You're the only outlier here.
You guys could be wrong. But so what we're gonna do
You got
is
a Hollywood Reporter mindset for a Nightmare on Elm Street.
oh my God, we're gonna talk about that in a second. But so the show, we're gonna bring the rankings back, and we're gonna do it a little bit differently. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 1 month. We'll talk about the franchise, and then the following month we're gonna talk about the unaliving moments. So what you'll see at the end of this month, because it's such a long month this month. So the last weekend of this month instead of the first weekend of September, we're gonna go over the franchise unaliving moments. Then in October is going to be the next big event where we're going to go through the Friday the 13th franchise. So that one's going to be a mess too because I'm going in there swinging. I'm taking people out with that
You
one.
mean slashing? You're going in there slashing.
Yeah, I'm going in there slashing and unaliving
Yeah.
people.
Me and Danny gonna
November.
have a field day with y'all on this one, bro.
Yeah. November will be.
I love Jason, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
November will be the unaliving moments for that franchise, and then we'll do something fun in December. Let's go through the holiday slasher films. So
Oh yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be
yeah.
fun.
So that one
Yeah.
will be a
So I
little
have a
bit different.
question.
Yeah. What's your question?
There's several unaliving moments in the Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. So how are we going through all of them in one video? That's
Yeah,
gonna be
we
a
might
long
have
video.
to do a two-parter. We might have to do a
Maybe.
two-parter on that one.
We'll play it
Like
by
we
ear.
discussed it last. We discussed it
Because
last week.
Jason
There's
has
over
Jason has a
200.
total. Well, technically on screen he has 157. I think is the count where the count.
Yeah,
is
if you
right
count like the
So,
non-Jason,
yeah.
if you take out non-Jason, Pamela, all that stuff. But if you
Yeah.
count all the movies, including the remake, there's like 220 something. So there's a lot.
Yeah.
That's like a three-parter right there.
Yeah, Jason
Is-
is the king of unaliving moments in
No.
in horror history.
Nope.
Yeah, he has the most.
You're
Yes,
saying
he
Michael
does.
Myers has the most. That's wrong. Michael Myers does not have more.
That's wrong, Jason.
Nope. No. Oh, you guys can say any American slasher that you want. Kayoko from The Grudge in Japan has the most unaliving out of everything. She wiped out a complete town.
She's not a
So
slasher.
neither
a paranormal
would
entity.
Freddy Krueger. Yeah. So is Freddy Krueger.
Freddy
Right?
Krueger
So
is
is Freddy Krueger.
a paranormal slasher though, because he has the.
Yeah, he's considered a
claws.
slasher.
Yeah. Look. See. Thank you, CG. Yep. Nope. It's Kayoko from The
No,
Grudge.
that's fine, but like as far as slasher goes, it's not Kayoko because she's just not a slasher at all. But like you're talking about like horror villains, that would be Kayoko. But Jason is the number one slasher because they're slashers. She is purely a paranormal entity.
See, the bullshit's starting already. We ain't even talking about ranking right now, but we'll come back to
I mean,
that. So look, maybe
you can call it bullshit. You're that upset that Jason's better than Freddy that you want to put anything above Jason.
Yeah, he isn't. So this may be a preview for December. Terrifier 3 reigns supreme for Christmas horror movie rankings, in my opinion.
Nah, fam. You know,
I
I
haven't
got
seen
to go
enough
with
horror
Gremlins.
Christmas movies
I got to go with
to be at that
Gremlins.
point to rank. Like I've seen Black
go with
Christmas,
Gremlins.
the original. I've seen Black Christmas 2005 remake. I've
We ain't
seen
touching
Terrifier
2019.
3.
Maybe we'll do 2019 in there, but I know it's going to be on the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, so like I've seen those three movies, and then I've seen the first Silent Night, Deadly Night, and out of all four of those horror movies, I've only liked one of them, and it was Terrifier 3. I mean, like the original Black Christmas was, it wasn't bad, but like
I like
like out of all those, I'd rank 1, 2, and then 4 and 4 because they're both shit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, Gremlins, man. I love Gremlins, baby.
All right. Let's get over to our topic today because it could be potentially long based on it. So, a couple of weeks ago, saw this article pop up online. It is the 25 best horror movies of the 21st century ranked.
Crapless.
All right. So we're gonna start off. We're gonna look at the list here, like we did when it came to the unaliving moments for this century, or the goriest unaliving moments, which were complete trash too. But I'm gonna call out something here, and it'll make sense when we get to the end. The article is written by David Rooney. This will all come together when we reach number 1 and we talk about number 1 on this list. But let's take a look here. Number 25 is Bones and All.
It was a good movie, but it should not be on the list as far as top 20.
Yeah,
I like the
movie, man.
Yeah, I mean, I like that. I like the concept of cannibals going on a run and being attracted to one another and stuff like that, smelling each other. But top 25 of the century since 2000. No.
Yep. It's a horror romance, like Marcus was saying. A horror romance story is very good. It's very good. It pulls you in. It's gripping. It is a cannibal film, so there are some disturbing scenes that are in the film. It's very good, but like I'm with Marcus. Top 25, no. So yeah, William is right there.
How many movies, like out of all the top 25, how many of them are going to be from like 2018 to 2025? Like how many of them are we like this century, but it's really not this century. It's more so this decade. Like that's what I'm waiting to see, because that's what it feels like already feels like that's what it's ranking up to be.
Yep, I agree with CG. It is a little
Yeah,
slow at times too. Yep,
It's not
definitely.
groundbreaking. It's a good movie, but it's not groundbreaking. That's the
yeah.
thing.
Yep. 24 is Talk to Me.
I will
I'm
have
on
it
the
further
fence
up on the list. I will have it further up on the list, actually.
on this list. Yes.
Yeah.
Um, so my list, when I was going through my list, just to give everybody a preview, I started out with like 303 films from the last 25 years, and then it narrowed it down to 58, and then I narrowed it down to about 28, and then it just hit at 25. Um, So, yeah, Talk to Me. Excellent movie. It's probably one of the few movies that are out there that has a prop that scares the hell out of people. I have the Talk to Me hand to the right of me in my cabinet there, and nobody besides one
I
person
would
will
never
actually touch
touch it.
that
I
hand.
would
I'm
never
gonna
touch
buy
it
it
when
now
I'm
because
at the house.
I found out that it's an incense holder and a bong. Like you, so
I
I'm gonna
would
buy it
never
because
touch that
like
thing.
you got it. Like you,
Playing with it,
not
man.
only am I gonna shake hands with it, but we're gonna become one at a certain point.
Oh, you're gonna be like
Unless you
the
get
movie
me on some
together.
tequila and moonshine, I might take a hit, off of it.
Hey,
But that's about
look, we're going to Salem. We're all going to Salem in October.
it.
Maybe we bring that hand with us and we play a
If
little of that and
the
see what
hand's just
happens.
gonna like do a thumbs up, and it's like, yep, nope, we're leaving the hand in Salem.
All right. So William Watson's got Talk to Me at least 20. All right. So okay.
Yeah,
So I think we're all kind of good. If it's on the 25
I
list,
think
I can.
if this movie was in the top 25, it's not in my top 25, but if it was in a top 25 list, like based off of voting, I would be okay with it because it is a very good movie. And as far as I know, this is like, as we said, the twins' first movie
Mhm.
into like, so amazing film.
Yep.
Like I watched that movie, I was uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable.
Yep. That ending too. Yep. That ending.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great ending too. Because like you're not like it's so it's not just it hits you in the feels more so than like it's scary. It's like, oh, that's sad, but it's also very artistic too. It's a
Yep.
very good ending. We
Very
just
good.
talked
And
about how
people
like
are
Weapons is a very good
still
movie.
people are
What's up?
still figuring out what actually happened in the ending because if you don't really pay attention, you don't see
Yeah,
what
Mhm.
happened. You
and
know what I mean? So,
you were talking about Weapons and how you were like it's a really good movie. It's an amazing movie, but the ending disappointed you. Whereas, and we talk about this a lot, where horror movies are really good, but their endings don't hold up to the rest of the film. Whereas
Mhm.
Talk to Me was able to exceed that.
Mhm.
So for that, like that, I can definitely understand that being on the top 25.
Look, I'm of the reason that if you're making a horror film, you don't have to have a happy ending. It's not
No,
real life. It's not real life. It doesn't
this
always
is a
have to be a happy
bittersweet
ending.
ending.
Yep. All right. So 23 is A Quiet Place. Okay, I can see that in the top 25. I can't argue that at all. That's a good movie. Fantastic. I love what it did for the genre. It was one of the first movies that you go to is absolutely quiet throughout the majority of the movie, and it's got suspense. It's got tension in there. Really done well. And then that opening, very good opening. All right.
Oh,
Let's.
uh,
All right.
also
again, stacked
really
up
interesting.
is
Go ahead.
good, but stacked up to some other films, like once we get to our list, like
Mhm.
it doesn't measure up to some of the films that we got on our list. Each of us
Yep.
have
It
on
is a
our.
very interesting concept. Playing like everyone's quiet and you have to kind of be focusing on sign language. I'm not. This is one of those movies where I'm not a huge fan of the ending because it feels less like a horror movie and now more back into action thriller. It's like, oh, they figured out a way to stop him, which is nice. It's cool that they figured out a way to stop him. Then it's like, oh, they're gearing up like for like a horror, like oh, like they're the Avengers now or whatever. Like some weird things like because they got the shotgun and the sound thing. It's like, I get it. It. But then it also didn't play out in the sequel because they were kind of like still on the run or whatever. But it is very interesting. Fucking up a 5-year-old in the first 2 minutes of a movie is pretty insane.
Yes.
It's a really, it's another movie where it kind of like breaks ground with like a newer concept that I kind of enjoy.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
something we've seen a lot of.
You know what
This is
also knocks it out the list for me
what?
is because day one, I actually like day one a little bit more.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that one. I'll have to
So
check that one out.
yeah,
This one got me and my daughters in the field with the ending, the way that ending plays out. So
mhm.
if you haven't seen the movie, I'm not gonna say why, but yeah, it definitely hit me hard. And then when my daughter seen it for the first time too, it hit them hard as well. So yeah. So we got CG. Quiet Place was bold with the choices they told and had me scared in other ways than horror movies make me feel. Yeah, yeah.
This is also a good introduction for John Krasinski as like I haven't seen him in anything other than The Office beforehand, so seeing him in this serious role and also being really good at expressing just the emotions without talking, really good. And he wrote it. I don't know if he wrote and directed, but if he did both,
yeah, he did.
Phenomenal job from John Krasinski in this movie.
Talented man. So at 22, we have
his wife.
Oh
is
yeah.
amazing too.
Under the Shadow. I can't comment this. I have not seen this one.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
I think that's all that you need to know. You had a list of over 300 films, and this wasn't even on there because you don't know what it is. That should answer your question. Like, and also, I like how it's like nothing later than 2015 so far.
Yep. Well, yeah, and I'll have to say this. So for cred, I see about 100+ movies a year that are brand new to me. Maybe 150, and 75% of them is horror. So I have not come across this one, and I've honestly been going. Yeah, I've been going to the movie theaters once a week since maybe 2016, and so nope, never heard that one. So we'll leave it there. His House at 21. I heard it. I've seen the trailer. I've seen clips of it. It's never pulled me into wanting to see it. I know it's a slow burn film, but I just have not gotten to that place where I want to watch this one. Marcus, have you seen this one?
No, because I actually got this one confused with the other one where that has the couple from Africa that moved to London and they're in the creepy house and stuff with the spirits. I thought that's what this was. That one was really good. So no, I don't think I've seen this one.
All right, so we can't comment on the placing of this one, so we'll go.
What makes you think I didn't see it?
I mean, know you didn't. But like... Yeah. Drag Me to Hell. Good movie.
I am not a Drag Me to Hell fan.
I am not a Drag Me to Hell fan.
It's not, man. It really is. I love the old lady, but that was about it. Like the rest, like she annoyed the hell out of me. This woman, this actress right here, annoyed the hell out of me.
Is there a flying
Justin was great.
She retired too. She retired. Yeah. It's a fun movie. I really enjoyed the movie. I would not put it in top 25. I don't even think it would make my top. It didn't even make my top 300. Right.
The most interesting part about this movie is that it could be connected to the Evil Dead universe, but other than that, like I'm not gonna go. Like I can't see myself. I've only seen this movie once as a child, and this movie, like I can't see myself being interested enough in going back to watch it again because it's not a bad movie. If someone else wants to put it on while I'm there, like I'll watch it and I'll enjoy it. But I myself will never be like, oh yeah, let's throw Drag Me to Hell on. There's so many other movies I could pick.
Yeah, I would put this in like in a starter kit for horror movies for people that are coming into horror. Yeah, this would be like maybe a level 3 horror movie that you would watch.
I don't even know if I could though. Like especially if we're talking about
doesn't hold up.
Directors, like you want to metaphorically pop the cherry of a Sam Raimi film. You just show them Evil Dead. You just show them one of Evil Dead's films, or it's like, hey, you're not into horror? Let's watch Spider-Man.
So the VFX does not age well with this movie. It did not.
There's a lot of that with the movies that we would talk about. Terrifying and heartbreaking. So I don't know if Shannon was getting this comment late for His House or for Drag Me to Hell, but that was a comment that she drew up once we switched. We got William saying Drag Me to Hell is an awesome movie in his opinion. Yeah, it's an awesome movie. I wouldn't have it in the top 25 though. 19 is It Follows.
I love It Follows personally. I'm looking forward to the sequel, so I don't mind it being on the list. I don't have it on my list, but I'm not mad at them for putting it on there because it was a damn good movie.
Took me 2 go-throughs to get into this movie, and I don't know if it's for how good this movie is or if it's for Micah Monroe. Anything that I see Micah Monroe in, she steals. Yeah, she is fantastic. She is an actress that has this weird presence. Like when she's on screen, it's like she takes over everything, and it just kind of the performance leads off of there. So Micah Monroe is why I went back and watched it the second time. Shannon said terrifying and heartbreaking is for His House, so maybe I will go and check that out.
To go from being I think she was like a professional surfer to where she is in her industry as an actor, like she's awesome.
I'll say This one didn't make my list. It's I guess a spoiler, but Long Legs, very disturbing
Oh,
film. But it
yep.
looks like she got way too mentally wrapped up into that film because she didn't look
Yeah.
like she came out normal after that one.
She
All
did a
right,
movie
so
with Dylan O'Brien that's on the same level where I think like mentally it like she really dove into that role. Like, yeah, it's a
She
twisted.
might be a method.
yep.
Yeah.
Presents.
Haven't
So
heard of her.
I
Never
heard
heard
of this and I actually avoided it. I've heard a lot of negative things about Presents from people that I watch reviews and stuff on. So I kind of avoided it because of that. It was on my list to watch last year, and then after seeing some reviews on it, it's like, I'm gonna pass on it. So I don't know. Based on people's opinions that I kind of respect, I don't think it would make this list here. So let's go down to 17. Come on now.
And I love
Oh
Lucy
my
Liu, man. I
god.
love Lucy Liu. Oh, hell no. Even though I thought
Nope.
it was a fun movie, it definitely doesn't deserve to be top 25 of the century.
Such a disrespect to the Invisible Man character. Because like was the scientist in the original book and movie crazy as hell? Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
he
he
was.
suck out.
He even told someone in a bathrobe, "I'm very powerful and I will strangle you," in the original movie. So like, yes, I understand it, but like this movie is so dumb. This is like a horror movie you go to as a couple. It's like, oh, it's a coupley horror movie, but like it's a stupid concept. Like we went to go see this in like a group.
Yep.
And I hated it. Like this is such a disrespect to the Invisible Man. Like you just wanted the name as an IP to get people drawn into it that are like old school horror fans, and that was it. Because like this doesn't relate to the original book. This doesn't relate to the movie. It's not even a good. This is not like I feel bad for people who are in this movie because I can't remember the lead actress's name, but she's in A Handmaid's Tale. She's in a whole bunch of different stuff, and she's a phenomenal actress. And then we get this fucking garbage.
Well, it's a divisive film. It's a divisive film. You either love it or hate it. And this is one of those movies that I saw in the theaters, and I'm like, I couldn't wait to get out of the theater. But we were all, like you said, we were a group of people. We were watching a movie, and it's like I'm stuck here for the rest of this film. I cannot leave this.
So
I would leave this one. Yeah, I would leave this one.
Hollow Man did it better.
Hollow
Man did it better.
This guy creates the first ever piece of technology in his world to like become completely invisible, and he decides to use it to stalk a woman. Like that's the premise. He's like he's a super intelligent scientist becomes so possessive that he creates a machine or a suit that makes him invisible so he could stalk and abuse his ex-girlfriend who escaped him. That's the story. And if that was an elevator pitch to like, and as someone who wanted me to fund the film, I would laugh at them. Like this sounds like Ghostbusters 2.
Yep.
I gotta give it
Empire State Building. Fucking stupid.
I gotta give the movie credit though. She did a phenomenal job with what she
she's a great actress.
She's a great actress.
And then Aldous Hodge as her friend and father, and Storm Reed as his daughter. They did a really good job, but like Noah said, the movie was just it wasn't Invisible Man, like in the traditional sense of the story.
I may be just upset because like I was hoping for Johnny Depp in the role because that's who was supposed to play the Invisible Man originally. CG is one of the people that likes it, but he says not in the top 20.
Yeah, like I thought it was a fun movie because of her performance and Aldous Hodge and Storm Reed, but it was just like not Hollow Man did it better. Like I said, Hollow Man did it better. So
Shannon said disappointed with this too. Oh, it's Elizabeth Moss. Yep.
Like, what is the point of the ending? Why does she takes the suit to do what?
To kill him and get away with
it. like it's clearly left open for something.
That's right. I forgot she took the suit. Yeah, I forgot she took the suit.
Yeah, she killed him and then took the suit.
CG, if you like that, I have something I can send you. I have it in my.
And then also you're like you're an abusive, controlling scientist that creates all this stuff. You believe that she just gives up and goes back to you, and then trust that she's not going to grab your suit while you're eating dinner and slices your throat. Oh no, he did it himself.
I'm just happy nothing happened to the Doberman, so I'm good there.
Yeah.
All right. 16 is Sinners. That's very low on this.
Way higher on the list. Should be at least in the top 5 of this. It should be in the top 5.
Yeah.
William Watson, just so before we switch over to Sinners fully, he loves Invisible Man too. So William CG, reach out to me on Facebook. I got something I got to get rid of.
Watch the Universal horror movie from what is it, the 40s? Watch the 40s one.
Yep.
Or even watch the Chevy Chase one. I like the Chevy Chase one from the 90s.
That one I did not watch. Oh wait, actually, I think I might have.
Yeah, with Sam
Is there a
Neill
scene
from
where he's
Jurassic Park.
shooting? Like, there's a scene where someone's shooting at a water, like
Yeah.
metal and water pours it. Yeah, I saw it on TV.
I got 2 IMAX tickets here from Invisible Man.
I forgot about those.
They're in my case. I could part with them for people that are fans of the film. So, William, CG, hit me up on Facebook. I'll get your address. I'll send them out to you. But Sinners at 16, we've all seen it more than once. It does not belong to be here in number 16 on this list. It should be in the top
way higher. Yeah,
this is
when
way
you say
low on the list.
Higher, you mean like lower on the list is like top 5? When you say lower, you mean like
top 5? Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Like hands down. This
Yeah.
is gonna go down. Like Sinners is gonna go down as one of the greatest horror films in history, in my opinion.
It is such a beautiful film. Like without the elements of horror in it, it is just it is a deeply beautiful film if you really pay attention to the dialogue and everything in between it. And like if you also like you talk about like listen to people talking about the stuff behind the scenes, especially Haley Steinfeld. She took stuff from her real life to incorporate. Like this movie from every character's perspective is just deeply meaningful, and I really appreciate that about Sinners. So that it's only on 16 is
and the one of the problems with like I'm sure we'll talk about it because I know it's on list for us when we're going to talk about it. But one of the things when it comes to Sinners being at 16 is like I wanted more, and that's kind of why it just ranks low for me. Is I wanted more from the film. I think they didn't touch on everything that they could have. Give me an extra 20 minutes for that film, and it's probably number 2 or number 1 for me for the year. But let's go ahead, Saint Maud. I don't know if you saw it, Marcus. Noah, bless your heart that you haven't seen it. Saint Maud was so hyped up that when I saw it
from this still specifically,
it's not. I don't believe it's a 2019 film because I saw it during the pandemic. It was one of those movies that could have suffered because of the pandemic. This movie is so slow, dull, and boring that I was like, this is complete garbage. Like everybody was hyping this up to be really scary and terrifying, but this movie is complete opposite of it. I barely got through this one. But yeah, Saint Maud should not be on this list either. And at 15 over Sinners, come on now. Like,
yeah, I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
I heard no but bad things about it. So yeah.
October 9th, 2020.
Yeah, see,
is what it's telling me at least.
Yeah, and it's got 2019 here, so it's not. It's a 2020 film. It was horrible.
I forgot about a horror film, Host. That's a good horror film that's spaced around the pandemic. I forgot about that, Host.
Yep, that is
a really good one.
The others was good, but it doesn't hold up well, and it definitely should not be on this list, in my opinion. But it was a good movie. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. It's slow. It's slow. In my opinion, it's slow. It's one of those movies where it has those big reveal twist endings that was very popular around this time. That kind of sold the movie for a lot more people. There's some creepy moments in the film, but like you said, Marcus, definitely not in the top 25. The best scene in this movie is the girl underneath the blanket that turns into the old woman. Fantastic scene. No, not in the top 25. It's not even a movie that made my top 300 because I was like, the others came out in 2001. That's how I felt on this one. Here's another disappointing one. 13 is Nosferatu.
Hell no. Like that movie was great special effects. But I was so bored with this movie, man. Like I was disappointed because of the fact that I was like, dude, why would you go? Granted, we know the history of Nosferatu, the purpose why it was made all those years ago to rip, Bram Stoker's and everything. But to go beat for beat of Bram Stoker's Dracula, from Coppola's film, not even the book, from Coppola's film, beat for beat, it was the same movie.
Yep.
I was like, dude, that was horrible. It was horrible.
Yep.
And they did it worse because it's so boring.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's boring. Johnny Depp's daughter does a very good job acting, but yeah, the movie is just not at all. Shannon's kind of the same way. My damn mouse keeps disappearing, but no
I
way.
think that's the thing that sucks the most about this film is like everybody did such an amazing job in performance in this film, but it could not save the shitty writing and how so boring it was. Like, don't get me wrong, that one scene when like Nosferatu's hand is going over the city, that looks really cool, very intimidating. That's all it's got for me. Other than that, this movie is so stupid. Like the weird sex scene between Nicholas Hoult and Lily Rose Depp, that makes no sense. Like, what the fuck? Like that, like we're sitting there in the movie. I'm watching this with Lukas and my girlfriend and our friend Rebecca, and we're all sitting there, and like we're watching, like, what the fuck is what is happening? Like, I laughed in the middle of the film. I laughed in the middle of the theater. Like, I just hilarious, so dumb.
Yeah, as disturbing as that.
This is halfway. We're halfway through the list, and it's halfway through the list.
Yeah, I will say this. So, like, watching that movie, there was a little girl in the movie in my theater watching it too. It's like, oh god, I feel sorry. Nope. CG goes out. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to answer CG's question. He's not necessarily doing Wolfman. He's doing a werewolf film called Werewolf with the old Germanic spelling of it, but it's not the Wolfman.
Yeah. That one, I've seen some shots from it. I'm a little worried about that one.
Yeah, me too.
Number 12 is Us. Okay, I did make my list.
I'm not mad at it. Yeah, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it being on the list because Us to me was a modern day, invasion of the body snatchers, and I'm obsessed with the 70s film. So even the 90s remake I liked. So Us, I really enjoyed. This high up on the list, I would say no, but I'm not mad at it being on the list though.
Yep, I agree. It's fine being on the list. I think it was a very good movie. We're gonna be talking about this in a future video, but there are several telltale giveaways of what was going to happen in the end of this movie. So yeah, it's a good movie. I enjoyed it. No, did you get a chance to see this one? No.
Oh man, you're gonna love it, nephew. You're gonna love it, man. That movie is so unnerving.
All right, I have to come back to watch this one. The Witch is at number 11. I've heard great things about this one. Before we get into it real quick, we got a shout out there. Hey Scott, thanks for joining us.
What's happening, Scott?
To see you back with us. The Witch, I have to go back and watch this one. Like I said, I've heard a lot of good things about it. It's a very, very slow burn film, so I am prepared to watch it this
really good. Really good. I would say Robert Eggers. I'm torn between this and The Lighthouse being his best. But I wouldn't put it in the top 25 though.
Yep. So CG's got a joke out there. He's got I'm mad Us is on the list. Just kidding, but not good for me. Jordan Peele cannot land the ending for his movies. His first one was the best for me. By the middle, I knew what was going on. Yeah, I think Jordan Peele's a little bit overhyped.
That was actually why I took Get Out.
I love the ending.
I took Get Out over this because I predicted what was happening pretty early on, and it sucks because that movie Get Out is such a really good film, and for most people probably won't get it on the first, like they won't get what's happening on the first run through of it, but like I'm watching it, I'm like, I see what's happening now. And then the blind guy being in it, that gave it away for me, especially when they had like that whole moment where they're both photographers, like that really gave it away. But it is like, it's still a really good film, and I overanalyzed way too much shit in my life, so like it's not fair. I can say that the ending for Get Out was a little disappointing for me. I can see that. The
no, they were saying they were saying he was saying the ending of Us with Adelaide being.
I think he was referring to Jordan Peele as like making endings as a whole. He just can't get it.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, let's not go down the Jordan Peele rabbit hole. We got Shannon saying The Witch is great. So yeah, that's something that I'll have to get around to watching. It'll be sooner than later. Scott, on Jurassic World Rebirth last week, I was so disappointed. It was the worst out of all the Jurassic Park movies. Maybe we'll talk about this at the end of the show. I don't think it was the worst out of them all.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't the worst. It was the best of the Jurassic World franchise, in my opinion.
Yep. Yeah. Number 10 is Hereditary. Yeah.
Too high on the list. Good
I
to
think
be on
so.
the list, but too high on the list. Yeah, too high on the list.
Yeah, I think it's shock value. Is a lot of shock value in this. I think that's why it's here.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I remember watching this when I was younger with my sisters, and then we got to the scene where her head came off, and then they could not make it past that scene, so we had to turn it off. And I know there's like an orgy ending. I don't know what that means. That might be Midsummer I'm thinking of, but I don't know exactly what the ending is.
Mhm.
All I know is I never went back to it, but I didn't get to a point where it gripped me because we got to the scene where she got taken out by a pole, like the daughter got taken out by like a light, an electric tower, whatever, a wood thing, a wood post, and that was it because children were traumatized, and that was the end.
Yeah, I kind of got out of this one when it went down the rabbit hole of it going like all supernatural, and then it's like, oh, I kind of figured out what's going on. So I was like, no, I'm not crazy about it
I didn't
anymore.
even know where the movie was heading when it got to that point, other than like maybe the sister was a little off because she liked dead animals or whatever. But other than that, I got nothing from where I was at in the film.
Yep. Shannon is in agreement with us where she's saying that it is too high on the list for her too. Number 9. So we cracked our top 10 now. So we got number 9 is The Conjuring.
Nah, I mean, I like it. I love it. But because
At
that
9?
and the creation, but way too high on the list. Definitely not top 25 of the century. You know, I would put Annabelle creation over The Conjuring. You know, like any day.
Yeah, the Conjuring, out of all of them, the first one is definitely my favorite. I think that one had the best like fear factor to it.
Yep.
I'd put it as maybe like a solid like for this list. I don't even know. Like, I have it on my list. I have it on my list because it is a good horror movie. It has like a lot of elements like watch with other people or watch by yourself where you'll be terrified in a good way. 9's high though. Nine's like you're saying like this is like we're going to top 10. That's crazy to me. I think that's a little like because you also got like Insidious. And other films directed by James Wan, because I'm pretty sure it's directed by James Wan. You got a whole bunch of them. Like, I don't know.
Yep.
Good movie, not 100%. Not 100% for me. Like, not
fantastic possession scene in this one. I think that's why it's probably up in number 9. It's one of the best possession scenes. Let's see
but
here.
Again, Annabelle creation was a stronger film to me. You know, overall.
Yeah, it was. Yep. We got Lulu Wilson in that. Lulu Wilson kills. I like it a little bit more up on the list. It should be though, because there are a bunch of movies that should be here and is not. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. We're definitely gonna get.
Yeah,
into
most of the movies are 2015 or newer.
Yep. Shannon's got I Love It But 9. Yep.
Most of these movies are really new. Like most of these movies came out when like I was watching like horror movies and comprehending them as horror movies.
Pan's Labyrinth. I watched it once. I'm just done with it.
Never saw it. I didn't even think it was classified as a horror film.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't really consider it a horror film.
I thought it was a fantasy.
I really enjoy it because I love Guillermo, but it's not a horror film to me. It's more of a fantasy.
He's made actual horror films, hasn't he? Like just full on horror.
Oh yeah. He
so like
kills it.
I'm confused why Pan's Labyrinth would be the one that they put on here.
Yeah. William, Terrifier 2 and 3 do not make this list. So just so you know.
No, you should have left him in suspense.
Yeah. Train to Busan at number 7.
Yes. Definitely
Train
in my top 10.
being on here. Thank you. In my opinion,
definitely
top 5.
10.
I think it should easily be top 5.
Yep.
This movie.
Yeah, I would move it. Yeah, I would move it up. Yeah. Yeah, I would move it top 5.
Oh yeah, it's the best. Honestly, it's the best zombie film I think of all time. Is this one here?
Listen, is like the zombie tsunami at the end, like when they're all hanging on to the end of the train, a little cheesy. Yes.
Yeah.
But like, we know that like foreign films, they typically like they go over the top for certain things. Every single person who was casted perfectly. Even like the main antagonist human, like you hated him because he was so fucking good at being a weasel. It was the old lady sisters. I love them. That scene made me cry. The guy who played Gilgamesh, He made me cry. And then like when you think you get to the end and the dad passes and like it's just the little girl and the pregnant mom, it's over. It's like, no, it's not over. Your heart is now back in your throat because the ending is now here and you don't know if these people are gonna live or die. This movie,
to me, this is what The Walking Dead should have been. This is what The Walking Dead should have been.
This is what season
what
1
this movie did in an hour and a half, 2 hours. The Walking Dead should have easily been able to do this over 11 seasons. You know?
Oh yeah.
Like, you get invested with the characters. You know, it was just, it was phenomenal, man.
Well, there's another zombie film or TV series coming out of South Korea, and that is All of Us Are Dead. And All of Us Are Dead takes this premise and it brings it into a high school, and it is.
Oh yeah, I loved it.
Chef's kiss.
Doesn't that kind of just copy and paste High School of the Dead, the anime?
I don't know. I've never seen it, so I can't say if it does or doesn't.
It's about teenagers who fight zombies, and they start out in a high school.
I guess so. Maybe that's where it came from. Scott got a quick question. Franchise guys, Conjuring or Scream movies? It's going to be Scream over Conjuring.
It's going to be. I mean, like even the shit that's going on with Scream nowadays, like most of their films are better.
All right, number 6 is 28 Days Later. Okay, I can see it being in the top 25.
I would say yes, because that and Dawn of the Dead 2004 both revolutionized, changed the game of zombies. So
took the words right out of my mouth.
I will argue that with everybody every single day. It was not 28 Days Later that brought zombies back. It was Resident Evil, the video game. But 28 Days Later...
He's a revolutionized... Like, if we're talking about revolutionizing movies and, like, the live-action genre, that
with the running? Okay, I'll take that. Yeah, with the running. Yep, fast walk.
Yeah, we didn't get... Because even in Resi, like, we got, like, the mutated zombies and the lickers and whatnot, but, like, for the most part...
the fact that they weren't... Yeah, and the fact that they weren't, you know, it was actually a pandemic film. They weren't zombies, you know, traditionally. You know what I mean? So,
As somebody who didn't spoilers didn't put this on their list, I do see it on being on the list, but I still think Train to Busan is better. Sorry.
Can't argue it. CG's not mad at it being on the list either.
No, definitely it has to be on the list.
This is a good one. The Host. I really love this movie.
Host is a good movie.
Really
I don't know if it's top 5 though. I don't know if it's
I wouldn't put it at top 5 though.
Maybe top
I wouldn't
15,
put it at top 5.
Top 15?
Yeah, I would say like 15 through 20 actually.
I would be good with that. So anybody that has not seen The Host, this is a creature feature film. Fantastic, a very good underlying story that is taking place in the film. So like if you like Godzilla -1, where you had really compelling human characters in it, this has it as well. They were supposed to make a sequel for it because when this released, it was one of the biggest films to come out in South Korea of all time. I don't know if it still holds the record, but it was a master.
I'll check for the podcast.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's another one of the things where it's like it's bittersweet. It's bittersweet because like if you don't like, I don't want to even say anything about this movie because it's something I don't want to spoil because it unfortunately did not make my list. But it's on my honorable mentions. But like, it is just such an all around good movie. But in this entire movie, you either feel very on the edge of your seat, intense, like your heart's beating out of your chest, or you're just sad, like you're depressed as hell watching this movie because like it is a sad movie. And it's well written too. Like there's not much to the concept, but it took the concept and it ran in the right direction.
Yep.
Man, the Koreans know how to make good damn horror movies, man. That's all I gotta say. They know how to make good damn horror movies.
Like, Shannon loves this
films
movie.
Get slept on.
Yep, Shannon loves this movie. CG likes this movie, but also agrees not in the top 5.
Listen, top 5 for this list makes sense.
Oh my god, I hate this movie so freaking much.
I'm walking away and I'm taking a drink. This movie was so bad. The best part of this movie was the comedic release scene they had, where she's using the wand made by Hitachi, which is a company that also makes tools for construction. And then the kid walks in and she's screaming. There's also a meme about this movie when she's like, "Why can't you be normal?" and the kid screams. That's a meme. Other than that, this movie's fucking dumb. Why is the bomb?
I never wanted to punch a kid more than this kid in this movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck this kid.
I
hated this movie
I
so much.
I was on the Scene Snobs podcast, and this movie came up, and I was like, I would have just opened the door, pushed the kid out, and that's
Yep.
horrible to say. It's very horrible
Tara,
to say. Yeah,
Tara and
He would have got a
this
Spartacus.
movie
He would
deserved
have
to
got a
die.
Spartacus.
yeah. But so here's the thing, like, so CG did not like the movie, but Shannon loved it, and this is another divisive film that's out there. Yep.
It's
So
so bad.
I respect your opinion. It's just not for me.
nope. Let the Right One In. Fantastic movie. I really
Yeah,
like this movie.
I could
This.
agree with this for this list being this high.
Mhm.
But would I put it in my top 5? No.
No, no. I will say some of the scenes that they had in this movie that they really went for it, and I
Yeah.
applaud them for going for it. They're not afraid to go with things on this movie. But yep, nope,
And
yeah.
then this might be blasphemous for a lot of people. I actually like Let Me In more because they made Chloe an actual girl where Eli was a castrated boy in this one. So, you know, yeah.
All right, so Shannon's got this in. It's like, yep, great top 5 for me so far. Fantastic. We got top 5, not at all. All right, so we got split opinions, which is fine. It'll be fun to see what you guys think of our top 5s. We got Get Out at number 2. We're not going to hover on this. We talked about it a lot. So,
Yeah, way too
so
high. Way too
way
high.
too high.
Like,
So number 1 on this list. Remember, the guy that wrote this is the guy that wrote this. The person that wrote this is a guy. So we got Under the Skin at number 1. I was like, okay, all right. Let me see why this is number 1 on the list. So I tried to watch it this
Bold choice.
morning. The movie is number 1 because you have Scarlett
in the
Johansson.
words of Booger,
Yeah,
from Revenge of the Nerds,
yeah.
we have Bush. That's the main reason. We have
She
Bush.
was naked about 30% of the movie. She's nude, and the movie does require her to be naked in it. The way the movie's explained,
Yeah.
she's kind of like a succubus,
Yeah.
and she's just luring. And it's the same repetitive thing that's happening over and over and over and over. Like an hour of me seeing the same shit happen. I was like, I'm just gonna watch the ending at this point because I can't watch any more of this. The one thing I did like about this movie is the score from when she's leading men to their deaths. I thought that was
Did she turn into a
really
dog at one point?
sci-fi 60-ish. It was really good, but
Yep.
nope, not at all.
Didn't she turn into a dog at one point?
I don't know. I got an
I have a
hour and
question
10 minutes in.
for the props department. Actually, I have
Yeah.
a question for the props department. To keep yourself from getting an NC-17 rating, did you ask, or was it a prosthetic bush? Like that's the question, because this movie has no interest to me.
Yeah,
This movie is
it's real.
No. Yeah. Yeah.
as a statement from a writer point.
So we
Yeah, this wasn't
so,
like
yeah.
the dude from 28 years later that was fucking.
Yep. So we got here William Watson is saying, "I'm thinking the Substance is number 1. I guarantee it." Well, it's not. We got Under the Skin is, but Substance should be on this list definitely.
I'm sorry, are we going based off of some horned up fucking idiot who made a Hollywood Reporter list because somebody asked him to, and he's never actually watched horror films in a day of his life? No, we're asking real horror fans.
Shannon
This
liked
movie right here was
sci-fi great. Yeah,
real,
that's what I would say.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. To me, it was like a modern day Death by Temptation, if you remember that movie. Like you said, you brought up the siren, you know. So
Yep.
From the perspective
definitely
of
but she's an
alien.
And then we got CG going here. To be honest, let me close this off real quick. To be honest, it put A24 on the map for me. I asked what company made this then more than A24 movies came out, and I fell in love with it. This studio, very artistic, yes, respected and driven. Yep. William Watson goes, "I'm always late."
I would actually say I thought Midsummer kind of put A24 on the map, but yeah.
From the perspective of someone who writes and from a creative mindset, you know, the idea of gratuitous violence for no reason, the idea of just having curse words in there to have curse words in there, or the idea of just having tits and ass in there just because you want to draw the male demographic or female lesbian demographic in, it's just lazy to me. It seems so lazy to add like I get it. She's a succubus. Sure, she's a succubus. She's supposed to be like sexual in nature, but like it's lazy. It's so lazy. And you're casting Scarlett Johansson, which everyone considers a heartthrob, and everyone's like, "Oh, I'd love to see that." You know what I mean? It's like so now you're getting that. It's like if you have it for the story, sure that makes sense. But even like in this, like we can talk about Nightmare on Elm Street, right? Like because the first Nightmare on Elm Street movie, there's 2 scenes where Nancy's technically naked when she gets dragged into the bathtub, and when she's changing at the end before the final fight scene. At no point did we actually see her fully naked because it's not necessary to tell a story. You can do the same shots where if she's changing or she's fully naked, you can see it from the behind. You want to see ScarJo butt? Fine, whatever. But if you're gonna add this shit into it just because you want to bring in a demographic that you know is gonna be interesting, because like, Scarlett Johansson's hot, I love her titties. Don't make movies, honestly, like because you're making it harder for people who actually want to make a real film with a real story and real depth to that film, just because you want to have titty and ass.
This is another example. Well, this is another example where another movie using the similar concept does it better. Jennifer's Body did it a whole lot better.
Yep.
You know, Siren 2016 did it a whole lot better.
All right,
Siren 2016 did it better.
All right, we're gonna get into our list now. So I think our lists are.
While we're getting into our list, I'm gonna have to go hit a bathroom break. I'm sorry, guys.
All right. So while he's going to do that, let's get a word from our sponsor.
Hello, nerd boxers. You may know me, but I know you. I want to play a game. There is one rule tonight. Respect the list. Now let's play.
All right. So respect the list. So this is what I'm going to say. And this is kind of what Nerdbox is all about. And this is why I love the community that we have, because nobody really ever trashes anybody else's opinion. So unlike our drinking game that we'll do when it comes to ranking, what we're going to do here is, like, as we're going through our list, there are many, many flavors of horror movies that are out there. We're not always going to like the same horror movies. We're not going to always have them ranked the same way or even agree upon them. But you got to respect the list, because just because it's not your flavor of horror doesn't mean that it's not somebody else's flavor of horror. So we're going to start talking about our top 25 of this century. I think having seen everybody's films, because I have the stuff prepared so that we can go through it, I go ahead and I think that we got some really good movies that are going to be talked about. And then we're going to talk about ones that make everybody's list. So essentially how we're doing it, we're going to do it in the tier maker format. We're going in alphabetical order. I tried to be fair with everybody and not show favoritism. So I always try to go in alphabetical order when we lay these things out. We have all of our movies here laid out, and then we're going to basically go ahead and start with our list here. So I'm going to take a look at my number 25. I know we can catch Noah up when he talks about this later, so that will be the spoiler, essentially, is that this will come up again. But only two movies on that list that we just looked at make my list. And we're starting with number 25, and I have here...
What? No way!
Faceless After Dark at 25. I love this movie. It's with Jenna Cannell from Terrifier. She played Tara in the Terrifier movie. And it's sort of a meta horror film, because you have essentially going on in this movie where she is a scream queen. She's out on the con circuit. She's been in a clown horror movie where a fan comes out there and starts stalking her, and then things just go haywire. I would like to compare this to another film, but if I were to do that, it gives away what this film is. But the ride on this film is fantastic. Cinematography is beautiful. I know Noah was talking about getting a tattoo from that scene. I want to get something from this movie and have a quote from the movie put into this one. But definitely a fantastic film. So that's my 25. Anything you guys want to add real quick before we shoot over to Marcus's?
To me, man, it was just it just showed how talented a writer and actress Jenna is.
Mhm.
And then also it kind of had a feel like American Psycho feel to it,
Yep.
Which I really enjoyed with Jenna's performance. So yeah, it was
Mhm.
an awesome movie. I wish it would get more, people would discover it and really check it out and give it a shot because it's good.
Yeah, this is a hidden gem that's going to kind of get lost out there.
Hmm.
All right, Marcus, what do you got at 25?
25. I have. Oh, I'm torn with this one. I'm gonna put Get Out at 25.
All right,
Uh,
Marcus.
yeah. Just. I mean, I enjoyed it. I was a fan of the original ending, not the comedic
Mhm.
ending that we did, in the
Yep.
theatrical version. I like
Mhm.
the original ending with Daniel Kaluuya's character getting arrested,
Mhm.
because that's realistic. That would be what would happen in real life.
Yep.
Um, people could say what they want about Jordan Peele, but I thought it was just a well-written film. And then the fact that it was a film that was a water cooler discussion for a lot of people for several years. Like
Yep.
to this day, people still
Mhm.
talk about it. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
I can't
So
argue that. Mhm.
yeah, it left the impact. It
Mhm.
impacted, the industry. So yeah, I
Yep.
got it in my top 25.
Yep. I can't argue that at all. This doesn't make my list, but I can't argue it. No, what do you got at 25?
25. I have Happy Death Day.
Good
This
one.
movie,
There it is.
yeah,
Go ahead.
it's not the greatest horror movie in the world, but it is so fun. It's such a fun
Mhm.
movie,
I
and it
loved
is
it.
an interesting concept. Got 50 Cent in there. Got 50 Cent. We love 50 Cent. Great music. Mask. Not the greatest. Definitely not the greatest mask in the world, but definitely an interesting mask. And it's interesting because we get to see a movie where there's a slasher, but the slasher's not important at all.
Mhm.
It, and I really like that because the movie still felt important without the slasher like even really mattering. It
Mhm.
because he wasn't the main villain; he was just
Mhm.
a puppet. I love that. I love that idea.
Yep. I like when you have a movie, especially a horror movie, where the story is so strong, and then you throw the
Mhm.
horror in it, and it just complements the story. Fantastic.
Mhm.
If you like Happy, was a Groundhog's Day. This is definitely a film that
Yep.
everybody would like. I think the second
Groundhog
one
Day
kind
with
of
no
hurts
murder.
it. Yep. I think the
God
second
damn
one
it.
kind of
Yeah, the
hurts it.
second one was so bad.
I had no interest in watching the second one. Like, I saw the trailer, I thought it was so dumb. I was like, why? Oh, for profit. That's why.
No, they changed. It's a trilogy. It was meant to be a trilogy, and
Yeah.
it's just a comedy
Okay.
more than a horror film. All right, so my 24 is the American version of The Grudge. I love this movie. Fantastic. We were talking about it a little bit earlier today with Kayoko having a very, very high kill count in the Asian version of this film. It is a remake. It's actually an American remake of a Asian film done right. I think it's more terrifying than the other one. It's the story is more well put together. I would say if you have not seen it, you got to watch the unrated version because the unrated version goes far more into depth with suicides and murders that happen in this movie, and that hit me a lot harder than it did seeing the regular version in the theater. So that is my number 24. Marcus, how about you? Or do you guys want to comment on The Grudge real quick?
I was
Almost
never a
certainly.
fan of it. Yeah, I was never a fan of The Grudge or
Mhm.
Juno like that.
The Japanese one
So
was very boring.
yeah, both
The
of them I
American,
just couldn't get into. Yeah.
yeah, the Americanized version had enough there to make me scared.
Mhm.
I just don't think I'm a fan of the way that the story's set up for The Grudge. Sarah Michelle Gellar is always a great actress, though. So I think
Yep.
right there.
And this is a Sam Raimi produced film. All right, so Marcus, what do you got at 24?
So at 24, I saw The Devil.
I saw The Devil. So now that one's a little bit, I would say, debatable when it comes to being a horror film. I know it gets lumped in there all the time. I did not consider it a horror film, but if I were, this is a top 5 movie for me. But go ahead, Marcus.
It's Yeah, I mean, I would break it up higher, but I got so much other stuff on there that I feel like, we're like you said, it is debatable if it's horror, but it is classified as horror. I always butcher his name because I'm horrible with foreign names, but
Mhm.
our what's the guy from Squid Game, and he plays Storm Shadow in the GI Joe movies. He just crushes it, man. Like that movie was so good, so well written, so well acted. And it just teeters the line. I felt like it was more psychological thriller than horror, but
Oh, yeah.
yeah, again, it's just a awesome film, man. So I got it in there.
No, this is one that you definitely have to watch. It is
Yeah.
the best, honestly. It is the best revenge
Hmm.
thriller, serial killer, unaliving movie that has ever been made. The
Yep.
movie will disturb you. In the opening scene, it gets you. And then once that happens, and then where the revenge comes in is the opening scene leads to the detective going after the serial killer. And you're rooting for this guy on his entire journey, but he has taken you down a dark path. Like, this is writing masterclass when you actually have a character that you're rooting for, but he's taking you to places that
Who's the lead
you
actor?
wouldn't want to go. I do not know. But it is,
Okay.
The
but
game Squid, the man in the mask, the guy who runs all the games in Squid Game.
Oh, okay. I
His
gotcha.
character's name is-
yeah. So
Yeah.
fantastic movie. If you have not seen it, this is definitely one that you should watch. I was so happy that I finally watched it after hearing so many good things about it. Noah, what do you got at 24?
My 24 is actually A Quiet Place.
Ah, all right. A
And
Quiet
it's
Place.
honestly for the exact
Not mad
reasons
at
we
that.
discussed. We discussed on the just talking about the other guy, the Hollywood Reporter Top 25. It's great acting. Can't believe they took out a 5-year-old in the first 2 minutes of the movie. Um, it's just it really and it really shows to John Krasinski and what his talents are. Yeah, the movie, man. And also I should say I should also point out while Dave had over 300 films to decipher between, I had like 45 to go between. So I had a lot less films within this century that I have seen. And yeah, this one was it's just a good film. I think it definitely deserves to be in the top 20 through 25 for me at least.
All right. Well, we talked about A Quiet Place, so we'll move
Yeah.
past our movies that have popped up on this list before. So, at 23 for me is Shaun of the Dead. It's low, possibly compared to where you guys would have it on your list if you had it on your
I
list.
can understand from a certain perspective.
Yep. So this is a movie that I go back to often. It's just a fantastic film. It's funny.
Yeah, I love Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah. The rom-com I think it was well done with
Yeah.
the advertising of it. It's just a fun film. It's a love letter to Night of the Living Dead as well. So I really enjoyed this film. Gore is great, comedy is great, action is great, everything about it. There's quotable lines. It's just a fantastic film.
We almost made a commercial based off of some of the lines from this movie.
Yep.
We may still in the future.
Yeah. All right, Marcus, at 23, what do you got?
Ooh. 23, because I got this list all over the place. I couldn't rank it in order. 23, I have
Hard to do.
The Cabin in the Woods.
Cabin in the Woods, fantastic movie.
Yeah, man, that movie was just so unexpected. It just really, at the time that the movie came out, we kind of needed that. You know what I mean? Like, it shook things up, for not only just horror, but comedy in general. You know what I mean? And here you got Chris Hemsworth coming right off of Thor and just knocked it out of the park in this movie. You know what I mean? Like, the movie, I loved every single character in the movie. Like, everybody crushed it. It was fun, well acted, cinematography was great. Like, dude, it was just an awesome film all the way around. And to this day, it still has one of my favorite lines that I use, and y'all know what it is. Tequila is my lady, my lady. I just love this movie so much, man, and it paid perfect homage to the horror genre.
Yep.
with all the
Yep.
pictures. So.
Shannon's got great movie, Cabin in the Woods. This was one that I introduced to Noah, and Noah was like, he got forewarned, like, oh, that's a horrible movie and stuff like that. And Noah's watched it, and he's like, at the end, he's like, I don't see why somebody would say this movie is horrible. It was really good.
I mean, the ending could be considered a little cheesy, but it was fun and it made sense. I thought it was comedy movies, like comedy horror movies I have on here, but I kept them kind of away from the list because I wanted to go more horror than comedy horror. But this is a great movie. I thought this was such a cool movie. Honestly, had a lot of interesting concepts. I don't know. It would have been honestly would have been more interesting if this was a TV series with all of, like the different types of categories of beat monsters they have, like seeing them go throughout like the different stages. It kind of reminds me of like America's Deadliest Warrior. Like imagine seeing that instead. It's like America's Deadliest Warrior, but it's like these characters, and we see the situation. Like that would have been cool. But this, I don't know. This movie was fun for me. I had a good laugh. The dolphin, the mermaid scene at the end, that was hilarious.
Cabin in the Woods. So Scott Walker's, how scary would Cabin in the Woods if it was actually a Bigfoot film? I think it'd be really scary. There's another film that's out there, Backwoods. That kind of funny as hell. Yeah.
I haven't seen like a Bigfoot movie in general, other than like that one with what the hell's his name? He's in Dexter. Henry. If you
don't remember the name, we're gonna.
It's a family film.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up.
Harry and the Hendersons. Harry and the Hendersons.
Yeah. That's the other one.
We need a good Bigfoot film, so I think that would work. But a tent movie, not a cabin.
I think it would work. A Cocaine Bear is a horror film. That's not a horror film, but like if that exists, Bigfoot didn't exist as a horror film.
All right, no. What do you got at 23?
I don't know if anyone else has this on their list. The Visit.
It made the top 300 for me. The Visit.
That movie was so fucking fun. Those old folks were crazy. I loved it.
Yeah, and like I don't know what the perspective is watching it as an adult, because when I watched it, I was still very young. I watched it when it came out, and I watched it, funnily enough, with my grandmother. So like we were watching it in the middle of the night, watching it with my grandmother, and that's like, and it's a found footage. Like I'm a sucker for found footage films. They grip me more so than any other horror film can. Like in those, like, because it feels. I think it's because it really pulls me in. Like it feels real. Like even though it's bullshit, but it's on like a handheld camera, so it's like you can expect it to feel real, even like the Blair Witch films or whatever. But like this movie was terrifying, and the ending when it's like I don't know, like maybe because I was younger, but I did not see the ending. I was like, who the hell are they? And Catherine Hahn, fucking love Catherine Hahn, amazing actress, barely in it, underused obviously. But it's like, those aren't your grandparents. Oh fuck! Then what do you mean?
Yeah,
like that.
It's one of M. Night's best films.
Yeah, he's very 50. He's a flip of a coin when it comes to his films, because we can bring up Old or a bunch or Glass, because Glass wasn't terrible, but like you drown a superhuman with water, a puddle, and he dies. That's kind of stupid. But this was a good movie.
Yep, Shannon thinks
those distrust old people.
Scary. Yeah, true. Yeah. She agrees. She likes it. It was done fantastically. All right, so we're at 23.
Shout out to the actors, the old people that play the actors, because that was the person who played like the fake grandfather. That was the first thing I ever seen him in, and then I saw as the pastor in the Netflix Daredevil show. I was like, wait a minute, you shove shitty diapers in kids' faces.
All right, at number 22 is The Eye. My first foreign language horror film is this one here. It is
it's not the Jessica Alba one. Okay, good.
No, not the Jessica Alba one. No. So The Eye is a Thai film, a Thai horror film, and working at Blockbuster at the time, cleaning up and straightening the shelves. This movie was there, and I was just like, I read the back of it, the images on the back of the box. It really just pulled me in. It's like, all right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to commit to it. This is one of the probably a good starter film to go into foreign language films because it's slow subtitles. So that's very good. It's not as slow as one that we may talk about on somebody's list later today, but The Eye is terrifying. It's very scary. It holds a special place in my heart because it's the first one that brought me into foreign films when it comes to horror movies, and I just really enjoyed that one.
Nice. Audition was the one for me that got me into horror. I mean, foreign film.
that sound that she makes. So CG so far is saying not mad at anyone's list. I didn't even make out one, so but love all these movies so far for sure. Yep. All right. So Marcus, what do you got?
Oh, this one. What number are we on?
We are
22.
on. Yep.
22.
22.
I have Split.
Split is on there.
Great
Another
movie. Great movie.
Night
Yeah,
Shyamalan
man.
film.
I definitely say out
McGill's
of the trilogy, Split is my favorite out of the
Mm-hmm.
trilogy.
Yep.
You
Yeah,
know,
same
out of
here.
Unbreakable Glass and this, Split, man. Dude, he was just crazy good with all the personalities, man.
Mhm.
Yep.
McAvoy really showed his range in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the dude still doesn't get love. Like I don't know why.
Nope.
Like he killed it in this movie. He killed it.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yep.
Unbreakable gave us a little bit, but wanting more. Split gave us so much, and then even
Yeah.
more so wanting more because of that end credit scene. And then Glass was just the shittiest payoff ever. Because
Yeah.
like you take out
Yeah.
the characters that brought this together, and like I get it, like I can understand that from like a certain perspective, but they did it horribly. And then they had this stupid, like, to bring up the Avengers again, had this Avengers scene at the end where all these characters are like, oh yeah, I'm super abled, and they just kind of come up in a train station. It's like it feels comic book cheesy to me. And yeah, so I could, Marcus, 100% that Split is the best in the trilogy. I don't think it even compares.
Yep. And this is the problem. Like McAvoy, best actor that year. Nobody
Yeah.
should have won best actor but him.
Mhm.
All right, no, what do you got at 22?
I think Marcus even mentioned it before he even got onto the podcast. I have The Descent.
Ooh.
This is a movie I've only seen one. This movie I've only seen once, and I've seen very late in my horror career of being alive. My extended years of being alive. But just a really good movie. When it comes to like my top 25 list, it's so hard. It was so hard to make this list because like I don't know where to put some of these films because they're so good equally, but in different ways. So I had to nitpick at small things. Like The Descent, I was like, all right. The overarching, like the main story is like the main character was cheated on and she knows who did it. And the best friend who cheated on her best friend is trying to hide that fact. And then like it's a coming up story of like the woman is going through this hardcore thing and then gains the emotional courage to stand up for herself against her best friend. Like that, you know, like if you nitpick, that is stupid. But the movie is so fucking good. They're like that. That's the only reason it's at 22 for me. It's like, cause like there's so many movies on here that like I just could not decide.
Yep. This is another.
I almost made a short story based off of this because of how much I love it.
This is like Sinners. It's another film with a story so strong where you just add the horror elements with the creatures underground, and that just makes it so much better. We got some
even the second one.
Oh yeah, yep. The second one's a fantastic sequel too. Scary. I would have to say, like, if I was going to compare this with other films that are like it, this is probably the scariest film since Aliens, because it's done in a similar style, and it's just a fantastic film.
I mean, like being trapped in a cave that has no type of mapping, and then and then all the while, like you're terrified of these things that are coming after you. Terrified that you have no lighting system. You're terrified that you're in a dangerous cave with no mapping system, and then you're coming across these things that show you that other people have been inside this cave.
Yep.
That like it just has so many different elements of dread that you can't help but feel like you're in that moment. And I really appreciate that about the film. Such a good. And I remember seeing like the image where like the cover for the movie, the Blu-ray, where the woman's on a tank top and she's like drenched in blood, screaming.
Yeah,
I remember seeing that. Like when I was living in the Poconos, and that was I don't know, 5 or 6 years old. And I was like, "This is terrifying. This is terrifying." So, and then I could see it. And it was great.
Yeah, so much Evil Dead respect paid for her in that movie. Shannon thinks this movie is fantastic. Alrighty.
Those monsters are a great way to write a powerful entity without making them too overpowered. It's like, well, they can't, they can't hear you, they can see you. I really like because it they make something very powerful, but also gave it like a limit. So it's like you're not making things like too stupid with overpowerment, like Superman or in some instances.
I agree. At 21, I know this is probably only going to be on my list. This is like one of my all-time favorite horror movies of all time, and that is Secret Window with Johnny
Oh,
Depp
I
in it.
love Secret Window, man.
Yep.
It's not on my list, but I so enjoyed that movie, man.
I was
Yeah.
told I watched
that's
this, but I
cool.
don't remember watching it.
Yeah, you watched this with me a few times when you were younger. In fact, all of my kids, when they were younger, watched this with me when they were younger, and they all liked it when they were younger. But this movie now hits twice as hard. We won't talk about one of the reasons, but when I sat in the theater and was watching this movie, I went actually everybody at Blockbuster went out to see this movie together, and I figured it out very quickly on what was going on because it's like one of my own personal nightmares. Like your characters that you write come back to haunt you in real life because they live in your brain. Like when you create
Yeah.
characters for a story, they kind of live there, and then until you get them on paper, and then you get to see their story play out.
Some
But
of your
that was
greatest concepts are based off of your biggest fears.
yeah, exactly. So this movie is fantastic. Johnny Depp did an excellent job. There's so many quotable lines in it for that. It's based off of a Stephen King short story, which is even better because they turned it into a feature length a film off of it. And it's great. Shannon loves
Yeah.
that movie as well. All right, so let's see. We're moving into wrapping up our 21s. Marcus, what do you got? 21.
At 21, I have Barbarian.
Barbarian. Fantastic
Man,
movie.
that movie was so freaking wild. Like I love the setup because going in from the trailer, you automatically assume at that point Bill Skarsgård was gonna be the bad guy in the movie. You know what I mean? And they did such a good job at the smoke and mirror of it. You know what I mean? And then I love the concept that it was a bit of an anthology movie, like you said about weapons. Where you had kind of three different stories, but they all intertwine with each other, surrounded by this house. In the messed up neighborhood of Detroit. And I met the actor that played the mother. That dude is so tall.
Yeah.
Like he is so tall, man. But yeah, such a good movie, man. Such a good movie. So that's why I'm looking forward to checking out Weapons because Barbarian was just awesome. Yeah.
And it's based off of urban legend too. So very good movie. Very good movie.
Yeah.
Noah, what do you got at your 21 before we crack our top 20?
I have Mama as my number 21.
Oh,
Wait, what?
yeah.
Whoa, oh, Jennifer Lawrence, mama?
No. What's that?
Oh, okay.
Guillermo del Toro's mama.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
this movie. So I mean, I like this movie because I wasn't scared when I watched this movie. This is towards like my horror career. Like I smile watching horror movies, thinking that they're so impressive for the things that they were able to encapsulate in a film. I'm going through haunted attractions, smiling at this point. But one scene that made me jump, and then one scene that made me uncomfortable, which is like the loud moaning scene where she's laying in the bed, and you just kind of see her like draped over, like this, like this. I know there's a lot of practical effects in here, but like the scenes where they use special, like your computer imaging, they did it in such a way that really stuck with you. And with the glowing white eyes and the extra flowy hair. This Guillermo, I don't have to say it. Like I don't even have to say it. Guillermo del Toro knows how to make monsters. It's just what he's known for. It is a terrifying film. The moths, like I love bugs. Fuck out of here with that. Like that. I've had infestations before, especially yellow jackets. I don't fuck with bug infestations in my space. And if we're talking about nitpicking again, like the story can be, I can consider it a little bit like in certain points, but even still, like this movie is so good. It's a good movie to show to other people because it does leave a lot of questions that will never get answered because there's no way they're making a sequel to this movie. But there's so many things like in the backstory where they did like the flashbacks, present day, like there's just so much stuff that we don't get answers to that I would love answers to that make this that really grab you in this film.
I think this movie is near perfection when it comes to horror. The way I describe horror. So if people like you know, us horror fans that are out there, people like, oh, you like horror? Why you like horror? I like to describe it as the horror is the only genre that can hit on every single emotion that a person has, and this is the film that sums it up. It makes you laugh,
really
it
can,
makes
yeah.
you happy, it breaks your heart, it'll make you cry, it'll scare you. This is the film that has every single emotion hit
Yeah.
when you're watching it. As Shannon says, it's a beautiful one and it's haunting. It is. It is.
Mhm.
It's just
More
a
ways than one.
well-told story. Yep. And I have to say, even with the beginning opening credits, it's so well done where it gives you a backstory in the opening credits as well, that you don't have to get all these flashbacks to what happened because it's told in drawings, and that was done perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think you kind of hit it on those. Like, and it makes sense. Like, I see why people like, oh, why do you like horror? But then at the same instance, like, we like horror because we see it in everyday. Like, it's so easy to see horror in everyday living, and then to be able to capture it on screen in such a way, like it. I'm trying to formulate words, and like I formulate words before I formulated the thought, but like it. Horror is just something that's so beautiful. That like, like if you watch the right movie, at least if you watch the right movie, it can be such a beautiful concept and genre of film that I think when people listen, like they hear the word, they hear the R's and the R's scare, like horror. It's like, oh, stay away from that. It's like that's not the genre I want to watch. It's like you got to give it a chance for more than what it's showing you. Because when you look at horror as a genre, you're like, oh, it's just meant to scare me, give me some jumps, make me not sleep at night. For certain movies, yes. But like when we have Godzilla -1 popping up on some of our lists, that is very much real life horror. Like, sure, people are scared of Godzilla as a big giant monster eating humans in the beginning of -1, but like you have to think about like the message that Godzilla sends, which is humans are the creation of their own destruction, and that is what Godzilla has always represented, even since the 50s. Is that we are humans are untapped in their own power, and that's the horror that movie breeds. So it's like there's so many layers to horror. It's an onion. There's so many layers to horror, to where like when you ask that question, it's so hard to answer because there's so much that horror can offer. Where's my camera going? Focus.
All right.
Well, that's the beauty. That's the beauty of horror because it's something for everyone.
It can be anything you want it to be. You can have a film that's funny throughout the entire thing, and then you end it with one scene that truly changes it to one of the most horrific things you could ever see. You just have to write it that way.
Yep. Well, speaking of endings, my number 20 is Saw, because it has one of the best. To add that in there. Yeah, one of the best endings, the best twist endings in a horror film that nobody saw coming, unless you were paying attention to seeing a drawing in the hospital. But Saw, it's given us 10 films. It was really tough. It's like, do I go with Saw or do I go with Saw 10? Because Saw 10 is so fantastic. But Saw is going to be on there because it changed a lot of things. It kind of, that and Hostel kind of just changed the whole period of horror for a short time. But independent film, it gave us Lee Winnell and James Wan, who are great horror minds, and they've brought us some very, very good films since then. So an independent film that changed things, and it brought us some fantastic.
Saw is an independent film?
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn. It's crazy to think
even
about.
though it had heavy hitters. Yeah, even though it had heavy hitters as far as its cast, it was very much.
I mean, I guess at the time they weren't. They may not, like, some of them may not have been considered as heavy hitters.
No, they were all. No, all of them were heavy hitters at that time when that movie came out. Yeah.
I don't think it was alive. I don't know what
that whole cast was
out.
Yep. All righty. Marcus, what's in your top? Your number 20.
My number 20 is
Behind the Mask.
Nah, I got that way up higher. My number 20 is Us. Again, I love the movie. Again, in connection to Invasion of the Body Snatchers, it was creepy. The kids were creepy as hell, and one, I just love Lupita Nyong'o. Period. Like she crushed it, and everybody crushed it in the dual role, but she really, really nailed that movie. And I know CG said he kind of figured. I forgot who said. I think it was CG or somebody said. They figured out the ending and everything. But even with that, I just thought it was an awesome film and probably my favorite Jordan Peele. out of the movies he's done and
Mhm.
produced. Us
Yeah.
might be my favorite right now. So yeah.
Yep. I like how Jordan Peele of the directors that I think are kind of overrated. You got Eli Roth and you got M. Night in there. He pays respect. He's a true horror fan that's making films, and he tries to pay homage to other horror films in every film that he does. So I really appreciate that.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a difference between trying to make something because you genuinely love the genre and not hitting all the bases because it just happens, and then also just pumping shit out because you're a director who knows that you can make stuff that'll draw people's attention because you're a name.
Yep. This is one I would go back to watch again. Top 25 for me? No, but it's up there. It's up there. No, what do you got in your number 20 spot?
My top 20 is Freddy versus Jason. I got Freddy versus Jason as my
Alright.
number 20. And honestly, thinking about the movie right now, I just watched it for our Nightmare on Elm Street ranking. It was one of the movies I went back to watch again. I might go watch it again. Because
It's a guilty pleasure for me.
yeah, there's some scenes in there I don't like, and it is cheesy. But it's so fun. Like, it's such a fun.
It is fun.
I
It
love
is
the
fun,
color.
yeah.
I love the color scale that they went with for the film. I love the grays.
Mhm.
One of my part 6, Friday the 13th, my favorite suit. But Freddy versus Jason suit is my second favorite. I love the way it looks. I don't know why. I just really love the mask and the suit. I think it looks awesome. And it is just a fun film to watch. So to not have it on my list, that's why I put it in my top 25, because not amazing, but not the worst. Listen, I'm sorry, CG. I'm sorry. I don't have many movies to go based off of. I don't have many movies. I'm sorry. This movie kind of is a guilty pleasure because it is just so fun. It is fun to watch and laugh at because it's not scary. It's not by any means a horror movie for an actual horror watcher. It's just a comedy action film.
Yeah, it's just
Well,
downright fun.
It does something that hasn't been done since really the 30s on mainstream
Yeah.
horror, and this brings icons together on screen, which it was very big.
Seeing Godzilla versus Kong, seeing Sadako versus Kyoko, or I'm sorry, Grudge versus The Ring, seeing Freddy, it's seeing them come together. It really does just kind of scratch an itch, ooh, they're doing something new.
Yep.
It's I love that. That's kind of how how you look at it.
Alrighty, so we're going into 19 here, and 19 is, I'm actually kind of surprised that it didn't make Marcus's list. But it is, because it's got a weird poster that I found for this one, so I got to find it here. It is Frailty at number 19 for me.
Dude, one of my favorite movies, but I just again measured up to what else I got on this list. I just couldn't add it, but definitely one of my favorite films, man. I love that movie so much.
Bill Paxton wrote, directed, starred in this movie with Matthew McConaughey. It is a serial killer film where the lead antagonist is getting messages from God on who he needs to take out in the film. Fantastic movie. Great drama, great heart.
Okay. I did not remember. This is one with Bill Paxton.
Yep.
Bill Paxton, Matthew McConaughey, Powers Booth.
Yeah. Did not remember the name of this movie. Not a religious guy. Great. Bill Paxton, man. He is so R.I.P. So underrated. He is disgustingly underrated. I believe he was up in Marvel Science at one point. Such a good actor, such a good writer. Twister, Aliens, Terminator. I can go. My God.
102. Yeah, fantastic actor. Fantastic actor. All right, Marcus, what do you got at 19?
One of us.
19. I actually had It Chapter 1 and 2.
It Chapter 1 and 2. Oh man, did I not pull that poster in?
Well, you could just pull it up, but I just counted it as one whole film. I actually prefer these two over the 90s miniseries. Don't get me wrong, I love Tim Curry. I love Tim Curry, but I was never a fan of the adult half of the story. Back then. I really enjoyed these two movies, man, and enjoyed the kids, enjoyed the adults. Some people complained about Chapter 2. Yeah, it was some spotty CGI and stuff like that in the areas, but overall, man, I love both movies. They were closer to the books, in my opinion, too, and I mean to the book, in my opinion.
I like the meat. Like, I hated that they killed the one guy off in the beginning. I knew it was happening, but I preferred the ending where it kind of gave him more meanings. Like, I don't know that my heart would have been in it, so I took myself out of the equation so the greater good could win. It's like, I liked that. I really liked that they did that. I know that there was like some, like, it was a very small niche group of people that were talking about, like, oh, I think that they're gay bashing because of the couple that was killed. It's like, Pennywise is just looking for a meal. Like, yes, there was like the scene where like the people were being homophobic and fighting and like beating up the guy, but like Pennywise is just looking for munching. Like, he was just looking to eat people. That was not
shit happens in real life. The shit happens in real life.
Yeah, and like if it's making you uncomfortable, that's the point. The movie is a horror film. Anything that makes you uncomfortable in that type of aspect is meant to do that. And if you just look at the scene, Pennywise is just looking for a meal. Like, what was that name of the vampire movie with Johnny Depp? No, Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp.
Oh,
what we do? Dark Shadows. Dark Shadows.
Yeah. In the opening scene, he comes back. He's like, "I'm terribly sorry, but I'm like so hungry," and then eats the one construction guy. Like, that's what I thought of when I'm thinking about this scene. Is like, it was just circumstantial. Like, Pennywise likes kids. He feeds off of kids' fear. It was just circumstance. I don't know. Be mad that he's killing kids.
It should be on probably everybody's top 25 list. It is the biggest R-rated horror film of all time that is probably never going to have that record broken.
I didn't put it on my top 25. Honestly, I didn't. But it is a really good film. It's just so hard for this list.
Real quick, Scott Walker, Jurassic Park, more sci-fi related, does have horror elements. It did not make our list for that, but I saw your request in there. We'll try to figure out how we can get Jurassic Park as a discussion in the future for you.
I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Yep. All right, Mr. Noah, what do you got at 19?
My 19, I don't know if actually anybody else has this on here. Chernobyl Diaries. Another found footage film. If we were going year 2000, then Blair Witch would be on here as well. But this was just
a lot of people slept on that one. A lot of people slept on.
Really good movie. It was only like half found footage film. It was a really good movie. And also, this is actually how I discovered about the events that happened at Chernobyl. I watched this film, I found out about it, and I was like, "Oh, is this real?" I did some research on it, and then I knew about it. It's scary because, like, it's like the what if radiation could do things. Because we know now, like, if you look at articles about what's happening in Chernobyl, there are lots of animals like dogs, fish, other wildlife that have adapted from the radiation levels of Chernobyl, and they're adapting in ways that enhance them. So, like, the idea that mutated horror people could exist and the Russian government is covering it up, that sounds something horrifically realistic, and I loved it. The ending, I mean, yeah, maybe a little weird, but also still kind of fucking terrifying.
I thought the ending was fantastic. Shannon says that was a good one, Noah. Yeah.
And I would say, like, I'm a huge fan of the Hills Have Eyes remake, but Chernobyl Diaries did it better. You know what I mean?
Hills Have Eyes is also based off of real events in history. There was actually like a real group of people that were living in a hill and were attacking villagers that were going nearby whenever they come by on their wagons, and then they would kill and eat them. And then when the people found the family, they were tortured in many ways and whatever. But yeah, Chernobyl Diaries, great movie. Movie.
It's a hidden, definitely a hidden gem when it comes out there.
It's a real hidden gem, I would say.
Alrighty, so I don't know why people aren't really talking about this one still, but my 18 is Late Night with the Devil.
I wanted to add it to my list, man. I
forgot until Marcus said something.
Yep. I really enjoyed this film. I enjoyed the film style. I enjoyed the grittiness and the graininess that they brought to the movie.
Conspiracy theories.
Yep.
That whole thing about like the pine, like the woods and the tall trees, that's based off a real conspiracy theory about politicians and celebrities that go to a real place in like this resort that's closed off with woods where they do rituals with an owl demon or whatever. I don't know. It's a weird conspiracy. I like that they connected it to that, and I really like that it plays into, real life things. It's such a good movie.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
action in it was just great.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's a phenomenal actor.
Yeah.
He shares my name, of course,
Highly
but
underrated. The Bill
yeah,
Paxton
highly
underrated.
underrated. Yep.
And
Very good movie.
wasn't this I think the girl, I think this was like her first movie or something? I think.
Really, she's
Yeah.
talented. She's talented.
Yeah.
She did an amazing job in this movie. But
And to not
very
learn
good.
anything else yet is crazy.
Yeah, very good film. Pulls you in. Great story. This is like honestly, I would say this is like almost a perfect Halloween movie because it takes place
Hmm.
during Halloween. This is a
Hmm.
definitely a great party movie to have on a Halloween or just shut all the lights off and watch. So definitely a good film. All right, Marcus, what do you got at 18?
At 18, I have one of our favorites, Trick or Treat.
Trick or Treat. Yes,
Yeah,
excellent movie.
man. One of the best anthology films of all time, dude. It was
I gotta go back
such
and watch it.
it was
I watched it once.
so good. It was so good, and how they tied each story together, and just little Sammy, he was just wrecking hell on everybody, just sitting there chilling in the cut.
Yeah.
And I just love the idea of you not celebrating Halloween, he gonna come and get you.
Yep.
I loved it, man. And it was well acted. We got known actors that, the biggest actor probably in it was Anna Paquin at the time, I would say.
Yep. Yep.
Uh,
Definitely.
but still, you had known actors that you've seen in other stuff, and it was just a well done film, man. Yeah.
Oh, what's his name is in it too. I always forget his name because he changes his persona
Oh,
so much.
the dude that played Dr. Connors in Spider-Man 2.
No, not him.
Yeah.
No, Striker, and X-Men.
Oh yeah. Brian Cox.
Yep.
Brian Cox.
X-Men.
Brian Cox. Brian
Yeah,
Cox
Brian
is
Cox.
phenomenal. He's a fantastic actor, and he's in another great 2000s movie, The Autopsy
Yeah.
of Jane, which is a hidden gem. Great pick.
Mhm.
I love Trick or Treat. I think it's one of the. There's 3 fantastic slashers of this century, and that is Sam, it is Leslie Vernon, and it is Art the Clown. Those 3 are you can't touch them right now. Fantastic pick. All right, so no, what do you got at 18?
My 18 is The Conjuring. And I gotta say, with Trick or Treat, love the character. I think every movie because I wasn't a fan of it, but I also think I was too young to like really comprehend the hidden details that connected all the anthology films together. At least some of them that really made it for me. But The Conjuring, I have it at 18. Because I remember first watching this film and being very surprised that it was PG-13 for how spookalicious they went. The possession scene in the chair being tied up, going upside down, vomiting into the rag. That was fucked. Like that was something that like really loved that scene, especially for like a PG-13 film. A lot of the practical effects were really good. The scene when she goes down into the basement and you get the hands clapping behind her. Fuck
That's
that,
my favorite
man.
scene.
Fuck that.
That's my
They
favorite
took out a
scene.
dog. They took out a dog, and as much as I hate it, it's ballsy. It's ballsy as hell. Do we know Ed and Lorraine Warren mostly lied about their shit? Yes, we do. But if you look at this as a horror film, in like the Annabelle Conjuring universe, one of their strongest films, in my opinion at least. With the feet twisting after they drop and then you see them twist. Oh my god, this movie was a lot, and I liked it.
It's probably one of the best supernatural films since Poltergeist.
Yeah.
So yeah, very good film. Talking about 17, we already talked about it. So my number 17 is Mama. I explained all the reasons why I love this film. That's why it's at 17. Marcus, what do you got at 17?
So my number 17 is this
You're breaking up a little bit.
Ready or Not.
Ready or Not. Oh, such a good film. Such a good film. You went all robotic on us, Marcus. You went all robotic on us. I think you're having a slight internet issue.
Shit, hold on. Can you guys hear me now?
You're good. You're good now. Go ahead.
Okay. I was just saying it was just bloody good fun, man. Like the whole concept of a family that kind of sold their soul to the devil, basically,
Yeah.
just stay successful. Sacrificing people on games that we grew up playing. I thought it was awesome. And then it was just one of my favorite movies. My favorite term of 2025, FTK, fuck them kids.
Yep.
She straight up, she straight up said "fuck the kids" to that little boy. So yeah, man, I love Radio 9, and I'm looking forward to part 2. So
Yeah, fantastic final girl, fantastic movie. This made my top 300 in this list here. Very good movie. It was enjoyable. Samara Weaving, just like Micah Monroe, takes over the horror movie when she's in it. Fantastic actress. I hope she does more horror and keeps doing horror because we need a lot more of those strong female characters in the genre itself.
People just gotta learn how to write a female character.
Mm-hmm.
Because like it's like you gotta study how to write, because we've gotten so many like male character roles that work throughout history that it's like throughout movie history that it's easy, but like I feel like a lot of people struggle to write female characters that they can kind of grip with. It's like, oh well, we'll just have them like overtly crying or overtly rageful without actually adding the balance to like that every human individual would have. I don't know. And this one added it.
Yep. All right. Noah, 17 for you.
My 17 is Insidious.
Right.
I was struggling between Insidious and Insidious 2 because for one of the things that we were writing, I took some ideas, not ideas. I took some characterizations from Insidious 2, like thoughts, like thinking about like how this character was in Insidious 2, and I was like, oh, it kind of like translates over to what we're writing. But Insidious 1, like when that movie came out, the score, that alone puts this movie in a top 20 for me, because it is just intense. It is intense. And the story really does throw you for a wild whirlwind. It completely changed the song for me, because Tiptoe Through the Tulips was honestly a song that I like. I enjoy older music, so I liked the song before the movie came out, and then after the movie came out, I was like, "Fuck you! I'm never listening to this song again, because I will piss myself." And the demon, Darth Maul, Freddy Krueger, like that's so cool. And that, especially the scene, like I watched this movie in broad daylight with my mother, and she screamed bloody murder watching the scene where he pops up behind I can't remember, it's Patrick something, not Mahomes, that's the football player, but like he pops up behind him and is like, it's like it's partially terrifying, but also partially funny, because like his mom and his wife scream bloody murder, and it's right behind him, and he's just like so haphazard, like like, because it's not affecting him. So like when you think about it, it's like, from his perspective, this shit's probably funny as hell, right? Because they're terrified, and he's like, what's going on? I don't understand what's happening, and I like, why are you freaking out? Meanwhile, they see Revenge of the Sith pre-cutting him in half. Like, it's like, this movie is funny. It's fun. It's scary. I love it. The red door. I don't know if it's new to the horror genre, but the idea that Duncan, I think is the name, the kid's name.
Yeah, Dalton.
Dalton. Also scary name for some reason. I don't know why it was scary, but it's scary now. The idea that Dalton is a gateway to the other world, that I love that concept, because that's something we discussed, where like people are sensitive, they can open up gateways by talking to spirits, whatever, if you're religious, or I'm sorry, if you believe in that stuff. And then the mask scene, when again, forgetting the actress's name and the character's name, Lin Shaye, when she's wearing the mask, she does that heavy breathing and everything after that. No, catch me peeing myself. Terrifying.
Yep, fantastic movie. We're in our 16s. We're at our 2-hour mark. So after we get through our 16s, we'll talk about maybe doing this as a part 2 as well. Just so we don't keep people on for another hour. Yeah. At number 16, we already talked about this film already. It's It. We talked about it. It's just part one for me. I had no interest in seeing this movie when it came out, but the more I saw the trailers, the more I saw what Skarsgård was doing with the character. I was like, "Yep, I'm on board. I want to see it," and it delivered. Like Marcus said earlier, not a fan of the original TV series, but I was very happy with this one here. So we're moving on in our 16s. Marcus, what do you got at 16?
16, I got Smell.
Oh, say it again. Say it again. Marcus, I think that's why we're going to have to cut it. Marcus is having technical difficulties. So,
Yeah.
Marcus, what is your 16? Not yet. We hear you in pieces.
Hold on,
All right.
because it's resetting on my laptop for whatever reason.
All right. You're good
Smile
now.
2.
Smile 2.
I've heard
All
so
right.
many good things about this movie. I just haven't gotten to it.
Go ahead, Marcus.
Yeah, I just like it way more than the first one. It was more of a complete film from beginning to end. You were more invested with the actress in this one than you were the first one. The only thing that I didn't like, but it made sense when you go back to watch it, was they killed off my favorite character early in the movie. But yeah, man, it was just a well done film, and I felt more uneasy with this one than I did the first one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I just thought it was awesome, and then the soundtrack was great. It was just a fucked up movie all around. So yeah.
Yep. Another person that should have been considered for Best Actress last year was the girl that was in this movie. She played in the Power Rangers film, and she sings in real life. But like, I was watching after, like, you make a major decision in this film in the opening act, and Shannon's like, "Smile 2 is great, Marcus." But you make a major decision with an awesome character and an awesome actor when it comes to horror, and then you like, "Man, what do we go? I don't know if I want to watch it." A lot of people knew this was going to happen in an opening scene and didn't see this movie just for that reason. But she carried the entire film, and her acting and the score messes with your own personal anxiety, because the way her breathing is, the way she's acting, it's a slow descent into madness and into anxiety, and she pulls you along with it. And that is fantastic acting when somebody can do that. Is when they can make you feel what they're feeling throughout their entire experience in the movie. That's beautiful. It was very tough not to make this in the top 25, but I have some films that are just a little bit bigger for me on that.
And it
Great
did a
movie.
good job of what's the term I'm looking for? Subverting your expectation of like what was reality in the movie and what was, like, in her head at the time.
Mhm.
They did
Yep.
a really good job of doing it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, Mr. Noah, what do you got at 16?
Is this the last one we're doing?
Yeah, we're gonna do this. We'll come
Alright.
back we'll finish up next week, and we'll do the 15 next week. We'll talk some movies before that as well. Just because Marcus is cut out a little bit too, that
Yeah.
might be the sign that we should pop out. But what is your 16? Close us out for tonight.
I wonder what opinions are gonna be. 2000, I believe it's 2010. 2010's Benicio del Toro's The Wolfman. Great remake. Fantastic remake. Such a good story. Like, even as a kid, like, I'm watching this, I'm like, good storytelling. I love it. I think it's one of the first horror movies I can remember watching. I also remember getting a horror action figure when I was a kid. That's a whole childhood trauma story, why I got that figure, but that's really funny. I love that action figure. I love that movie. Some great practical effects too. Like, oh my god. And Benicio del Toro, like, he steals the spotlight in every movie. And when you have, what was it, Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins.
What am I talking about? Anthony Hopkins. Like, you have so many good characters in this film, and the ending of this film too leaves it open for an even better sequel, because it's like, now you have somebody who was bit at the end of this movie who was adamantly against keeping the person who was the Wolfman alive, because morally speaking, it's dangerous. Even if this person's a good person, he can't control himself. That's why he was going after this person, and you could see that in the story. And now he is going to be that next Wolfman. Would have loved to have seen that story play out as well. Oh, just such a good film, such a good costume, such a good. Oh, and the insane asylum scene, everything leading up to like, we have cured this crazy man, and then he just goes fucking ape shit. Oh,
I will kill
such a good.
all
And then
of
we
you.
get him running through the rooftops, and he's howling up on the top of the roof. Oh, so good.
Yeah, that was a good
So
one.
good. Love that movie. Oh.
The cinematography for that movie is fantastic. It is just
another bittersweet ending. Another bittersweet ending that is just really good. It's such a good movie.
Shannon's got it as another haunting film. But yeah, it's a beautiful shot movie. The ending got me a little bit. I didn't really care for the ending too much in that one. That's what kind of took me out of it. But there's several pictures in that film that I would just have framed and just have in the house because that's how beautifully shot that movie is, and the acting is fantastic. So yeah, it's good to be in there.
Bring back Benicio del Toro as the Wolfman and that director as the director, because whatever came out I don't know if it was the beginning of this year or the end of last year, but it was fucking terrible.
Oh, that was this year.
Oh yeah, earlier this year.
Fuck that. It was horrible. What was it? Blumhouse? Blumhouse, I presume. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
And the fact that Jennifer Garner was in it, like she was wasted in it.
Yep. That's the only reason why I watched that movie was because Julie Garner was in it. You know, I think in Weapons, like Marcus, when you go see Weapons, look at her name spelling at the in the credits. I think they spelled the name wrong. I think they put Gardner. Okay. They put a D in it, unless there's another actor.
No, not Gardner.
Yeah,
that'd be hilarious to find that.
Marcus, thoughts on Wolfman to close us out tonight, and then we'll come back to our top 15 next week.
I loved it, man. I thought awesome remake, one of my favorite remakes. As you know, I love werewolf lore more than anything, so I thought it was well done. The acting was great. I will say the scene in the asylum, the CGI when he's transforming, shifting, doesn't hold up too well, but that doesn't take anything away from the movie.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like the movie, it was just balls to the wall, awesome. So yeah, I loved it.
If they redid this film or made a sequel and improved, because I would say even the CGI film, while not CGI like transformations being the best, the crackling and the like the abrupt jagged movement,
painful.
Like it really made it for me. Yeah, if they could add to that, like make it a little bit more fresh and like refine it, make it a little bit cleaner. Probably, I would say that one, like I don't know, because I think you guys say American Werewolf in London or Howling has the best werewolf transition or transformation. I would say that this holds a close second, just based off of the crackling. But if it was like if they could clean it up a bit, I would say this is an amazing transformation scene.
Yep.
You gotta have the pain in that sequence because the person being who is a werewolf or a wolfman also feels pain in doing the things that they're doing outside of their own body. So I like that. I like that added torture.
Wait till you see American Werewolf in London. It's gonna reshape how you think about werewolf films in general. That's the reason why that is considered one of the best of all time, and nobody can come close to it. CG's got.
Except Howling, since it was the same. Baker and his protege.
I'm gonna have to rewatch the Howling. I have to say the Silence of the Lambs, but maybe that's more thriller suspense. But it's also 1991 there, CJ.
Just misses it.
So yeah, and Shannon's going there, the crackling as well. So all right, I think so. Let's take a look at our list here real quick. This is where we're at for our films laid out by Marcus, Noah, and myself. We got our 16 through 25. We got a bunch of films to go. I think that we'll talk a little bit film news next week, and then we'll just wrap up with our top 15. There's gonna be some good movies in there. Only 5 movies are going to make a final list that the 3 of us agreed upon. So we'll put those 5 movies together and we'll say, hey, we'll rank those 5 in the best order that somebody can want to watch them. And I think you guys may agree with that. So that's a good one. I think also for you guys that have been following with us for the last year, we're coming up on our 1-year anniversary of doing these live shows, and we're going to be doing a watch along soon. We just got to figure out if it's going to be on here or if it's going to be on Discord. So we just got to figure that out in the next couple of weeks. I would like to get that started in September for everybody. Marcus has a wonderful idea. Throw it out to you guys, and you can let us know what you think. having a film discussion. So we'll pick out one movie. We'll announce it on YouTube, and eventually we'll let everybody pick it, and we'll dive into talking about and dissecting that film and what it means to horror. So that would be a fun thing to do as well.
Deep dive.
Yep, a deep dive. So that would be fun to do as well. And then we can show you pictures of the film that we worked on in November. So we can show you the creature films, because that's all over Facebook right now, and I haven't posted on our Facebook page, but you get to see the creature and a lot of cool things that are coming with that film. So you'll be on the lookout for that. But everybody, thank you for joining us. We'll talk to you all next week. We'll see if Lukas and Daniel join with us, because it's going to be our part 2 in this. Maybe they can give us the list, and then we can just throw it on here and add it to this, and we can run through that list real quick. But thank you, everybody. We will see you very soon. We appreciate you. We love you. Thanks for going on this ride with us. Many cool things to come. Thank you for loving horror, and we'll talk to you all very soon.
Peace.
All right, I gotta pee again. It's
right.
PP Central for Noah.
Oh boy.
Friendly neighborhood Noah, and then more like friendly